Hi, YouTube. It's Morgan here again with another video. So as you can see, I'm in my dorm room. I've done a few YouTube videos, maybe two others, maybe three, can't quite remember, two or three videos in my dorm room so far. But yeah, I thought I'd just do another video just to check in since it's Sunday and during this upcoming week I probably won't have time to do a video, at least during the weekdays, because of classes and other stuff that I've scheduled during the week and homework as well, of course. Um, and then I'll probably plan to go home this coming weekend. Um, so I may or may not do another video this coming weekend, just so that you guys are aware. Um, and yeah, basically, since my last video, nothing too much has happened. I think the last one I created was before the day before my birthday celebration. Um, and so it was one from home. Um, and Yeah, and I talked about some other things uh, as as well, um, and uh, yeah, I talked about some other things as well, um, and I think I touched upon Michael Jackson for a second, well, more than a second, but talked about him a little bit, and I forget exactly what else I talked about, but and of course I talked about my birthday. So the birthday celebration was fun. My dad made us really good lasagna and Caesar salad. Of course, the lasagna had to be gluten free because I have a wheat sensitivity. Um, and uh, and then we opened presents, or I opened presents, and then we had cake for dessert, and I took two pieces of cake back to my dorm room with me when I went back to school um, on Sunday evening, or I think it was Sunday evening, or no, Monday. I went back on Monday because Sunday I just wound up staying at home. Um, and yeah, pieces of cake because my birthday was a few weeks ago. So yeah, so then, and the presents I got were good. Can actually show you one of the presents. I don't know if um, I don't know if you guys have read, or anyone out there has read. I'm sure a lot of you have, but I don't know if you guys have read Christopher Paolini's Inheritance Cycle series. Um, and there are four of them: Aragon, Eldest, Frissinger, and Inheritance. And I own all four. It's one of my top favorite series, along with Harry Potter. I have trouble deciding which one I like more, Inheritance Cycle or Harry Potter. But since he did the Inheritance Cycle, he hadn't done any other books until recently. So this is his newest book. Um, it's I haven't started reading it yet, but it's by him, Christopher Paolini, and it's called The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm. Tales from Alagasia, Volume 1, Aragon. And it's, as you can see, it's a lot skinnier than the Inheritance Cycle books. And that's what that's what the cover looks like. But I'm really looking forward to starting to read it because I love how Christopher Paolini writes. He just gives you such vivid imagery when he is describing things, and he makes the stories so exciting and so engaging that they're so engaging that you just want to read more and you have trouble putting the book down. Um, so I'm really looking forward to reading this. And so this was one of my presents, and then I also got two Bryan Adams CDs, including his newest one, Shine a Light. And then I got what else did I get? the CDs, I got the book, um, I got, I felt like I had gotten something else besides the CDs and the book, um, and I'm blanking on what it was. Oh, and then I also got uh, a bareback pad. So a bareback pad is a piece of horseback riding tack, and it's not a saddle. It's a bareback pad. So it's just a pad, and there's no stirrups attached or anything like that, like it is with a saddle. And then I also got a girth to go along with it. And because with my horse, because I own a horse, I'm planning to first start riding him bareback, and then maybe I'll go about trying to get a saddle for him. Unfortunately, my own saddle doesn't quite fit him, so it's a little small for him. So we have to figure out a saddle for him. But I plan to ride him bareback, and I might only ride him bareback because with with a bareback pad you have more contact with the legs. Um, you can work on your balance more. It really helps improve your balance and improves your seat and gets you to having a really good stable seat. And I've ridden bareback before, and I've ridden without stirrups before, so I've done it before, but I've never ridden my horse, bareback with a bareback pad. So I'm looking forward to riding him for the first time. I've yet to do that. But when I'm in school, it's hard for me to get down there because he's in Morgan Hill. It's hard for me to get down there to see him often. But I will graduate this year in spring of 2020. So after that, I'll be able to see him more often. And I also hope to get, more regular riding schedule in as well. And because I plan to live with my family for a year and a half to 2 years at the most after I graduate college. I don't plan to get a job right away. I plan to do like volunteer and internships first, and probably a couple. Um, and then I'll go about getting a job because I have a lot of ideas in my head and I haven't narrowed down exactly what I want to do. There's a lot of things that I have ideas of what I want to do, but I kind of have to figure it out. But I probably won't go from like job to job. Like I'll do a job for a while, and then once I get tired of doing that, I'll probably go to another job. Like that's kind of just how I want to do it. That's just kind of my how I am in terms of work. I like having variety in my life. Like I don't like to stick with the same thing all the time. And there's so much out there in terms of jobs, especially with the career I want to go into with conservation and environmental protection. There's a lot out there to choose from. So yeah, and school is going pretty well. I'm doing pretty well in all my classes so far. This uh, week, I had two exams, two of my first midterms, one on Tuesday for physiological psychology, and then one on Thursday for genetics. And this coming week, I have another one for exercise physiology on Thursday. That's probably going to be the harder one compared to the genetics and physiological psychology, although the genetics was a little challenging. But I hope I did okay on it. I did well with the physiological psychology. Um, but yeah, and yeah, so far today, I've just been like, I've been doing homework, working on exercise physiology reading, and taking notes at the same time to help prepare for my test and also to catch up with the reading because I have 3 chapters to catch up on, and then I'll focus on studying. Um, and yeah, and yesterday my dad and I went to the Oregon Stanford football game. Unfortunately, Stanford lost. It's their third loss in a row. They lost their 2 prior games before that, one yesterday. So it's disappointing. I was really hoping they would pull out the win. They beat Oregon last season in a great overtime game. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull it off this time. And I think the final score was 21-6, I believe. Oregon won. So that was too bad. And I really hope in the next game Stanford could win, because I don't want them to have 4 losses in a row. Um, and I want them to have, like, at some point, I want their season to turn around. I don't want them to have a bad season um, this season. So that would be really disappointing. Um, but yeah, so that was too bad. And yeah, what else has been going on? I got some new magazines. So show you those as well. Um, so uh, this is one of them. Uh, and then um, okay, so and then these are 3 magazines. These are the others. So I don't know if any of you are National Geographic readers, but so this one is Sierra Club's most recent magazine. The Sierra Club is a non-governmental organization, and I became a member of it in 2018, I believe. So last year, I think, or early this year, something like that. Anyway, but this is their most recent magazine. I haven't started reading it yet, but it's like New Ground: Adventures on the Frontiers of 21st Century Conservation. Um, and it has a lot of interesting articles in here, it looks like, and I'm looking forward to um, reading it. So, yeah, and then these are the 3 most recent. So, for uh, August, for September, and for October, these are the 3 most recent National Geographic magazines. And I'm looking forward to reading them. I love National Geographic. I think they put out awesome magazines with a lot of awesome articles that have very important information that I think everyone should be reading, because they are always truthful. They do their research. I focus mainly on the animal related and environmental and conservation related articles, but they do articles on other things as well. Um, but yeah, I really like National Geographic. So um, anyway, these are the 3 most recent, and yeah, I'm looking forward to reading those. Um, at some point, I might read one today, uh, possibly when I have time. Um, but um, yeah, so yeah, so those are kind of my some of the stuff that I'm planning on reading. I have some other books up there as well, and some other National Geographics and other magazines um, as well. But yeah, so yeah, I think that kind of is all that's happened in between the last video that I did and this one. Um, so yeah, I should probably get back to homework, um, and get back to doing what I need to do today in terms of schoolwork. Yeah, okay. So I think I'll end it there. All right. Um, bye, everybody, and peace.